Hello.
Hello, my love. That's
Oh,
not very professional. Hello, my love.
Jess,
Uh,
you are the best. How are you? How we all doing?
so me, I'm cautious.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens sometimes, not just in programming, but this happens sometimes in learning where you see something coming and you're just like, do you know what? This is just like the perfect storm of stuff that's hard for me. So for me, I'm not real good at forms. Um, I'm still a little bit iffy on event listener. Like I think I get that event listener is me telling JavaScript not to run the specified code until a specified event happens. Like listen, and then do this when the event happens. Because listeners are different.
We'll get there. We've
Yeah.
got 2 sessions of going through this exercise. So today and tomorrow we'll be working on this form validation stuff. Just before we start, just want to say hi. If you're catching up for the first time, I'm Ramon. Jess and I are running these boot camps to teach JavaScript for free using the free Code Camp certification. If you want to follow along, uh, here's a link to our website, the Bad Website Club. There, you'll find a link to the schedule, which gives you the link to our Discord if you want to ask questions. Jess, can we talk about the stuff folks have been making already? Somebody made like
Oh,
an
wait, we
RPG with.
can. We can. But A, we gotta ask them if we're allowed to show it.
Oh
So
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
we'll
no,
show it
we're not
tomorrow.
going to show it.
But also, we definitely gotta stress that some people are going really, really fast, some people are getting stuff done. There's no deadline, there's no hurry. I
No,
haven't finished the RPG thing yet.
abs-
So, no, and, like, Jane really, really helpfully points out that I've skipped ahead here to step 13, and I'll get a link to that.
yeah,
Nothing bad is happening.
yeah, no.
We yeah. We
Sorry,
were
go ahead.
just really, really conscious that we learned about forms in the past boot camp, and if you weren't there, you didn't join us, it's okay, we'll support through this. We're just about to talk through this code.
Yeah,
Um, and we thought trying to teach forms again would be a little repetitive for folks who've done it, but also really hard to do while we're focusing on the brand new hard stuff. So I'm gonna grab can you start
I got it.
talking people through this? Oh,
Sorry, Jess. I didn't mean to like cut you off.
no,
I
no,
was just
I was
like
like
grabbing it.
I was telling you what to do. I was like, "Can you start talking people through this code? I'll go to YouTube and I'll get the link for." Just, you just got it.
So
Shush up.
I've just linked the playlist for the web development bootcamp. We cover forms amongst other things there. Go have a look. We're gonna walk through steps 1 through 13 in just a little bit of a faster fashion, just so we can get to the JavaScript of it all.
And some of this, I'm gonna do all of it, but I'm gonna go hecka fast. I'm telling, like doc type HTML. It's an HTML document.
Jess,
Yep.
can you do me one favor, please? Can you hide the preview so we have some more space? If you click on, yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you.
So here's the information on our heads. Here's where we link
Yep.
to our style sheet. Here's the body of our website. Here's the main content. We've got calculator. But we've got this is in a div called
Yep.
container. And I look, Free Code Camp does so much good work. I really, really love them. I really love what they do. I don't love this being a calorie counter. Like, l- hmm. Obviously, learners don't have to do anything for our approval or love. They have it already. But if you wanted to like extra of that, refactoring a project like this to do the same calculations, but for something else would be pretty
Totally.
cool. Like a square meter to square foot calculator, and like, oh, how big is like how many? Yeah. So any kind of. Do you know what I would refactor this as? Because like here you're logging calories, and I don't love it. I'd love if somebody wanted to refactor it to do a logging your study time so you can see how that
Love
racks
that.
up.
Love
And
that.
if anybody does that, we'll help you. We'll help find information about how to put it online as a web app because I'll use it.
Absolutely.
S-
Um, yeah, log your step. Oh, log your learning, log your steps. Yeah, these are hello from Austria. Hello. Um, Cool. So yes, what we've got here is a form. And
Okay.
this is an HTML form where we can fill in data. For the purposes of this exercise of this project, um, we're going to stick to the calorie counter so that we can pass the steps. But I'd highly encourage all of you to think of a way that you could expand on this outside of counting calories.
Oh gosh, you could do like an EXP counter that fits into your role-playing game if you're yep, hang on.
Hey,
Focus. So our form, we've got a label that says for budget, an input where you pass in the number for the budget, and then a placeholder text. Oop, here that says daily calorie, but don't love it. Um, and then we've got field set breakfast. Okay, so we're the legend breakfast input container. So this is a div. This is just an empty box with an input container class. Okay, so we've got the aspects of a form, and the challenge is I'm going to come through just because these are going to feel a little samey.
yeah, we've got our drop down there, our select element, a button to submit. If we've done HTML forms before, which we did in the previous bootcamp, if not, I highly encourage you all to go look at the playlist. This is all pretty familiar. We've got some stuff with IDs and classes. So what
Yeah.
we're going to be doing now, and now we're going to jump in, is we're going to link our
Yeah. So I was going to say,
yeah.
I'm not going to pick favorites, but this like D&D level calculator for like folks who play non-computer role-playing games. Well, cute. So I'm going to ask the learners as I type this in. We've linked to our CSS at the top of our file. Why do we link to our JavaScript at the bottom? Generally, not all the time. And it's a link.
No, it's a script tag.
It is. It even says script right here.
And then
And
we're
it's
going
not
to
it's not
use,
self-closing, is it?
that's correct. And we're going to
Weird.
use an SRC attribute and set that to be dot forward slash
Dot forward slash.
script.js. Kristen's got our answer. It's so that the DOM can load before the scripts try and manipulate it. Couldn't have put
Yeah.
it any better myself.
So our HTML is the stuff on our page. Our CSS is our styles. So you could tell your browser, here's how I want you to style it before it renders the content in
Yes.
your page. But our JavaScript is where we're doing things. We're adding interactivity. And you can't do stuff. You can, and we'll learn about it in a second. But generally, you can't do stuff to something until that something exists. Little
Yeah.
pat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We begin our form element. Begin by getting the form. Oh, I got this. Is it get oh, I was
First we
really
need So instead of using query selector, we're going to use something that we very, very briefly illustrated in the previous one, which is we're going to use the document object to call the function get element by ID title. Now notice there's no hashtag. We'll get to that in a second. So first we need to declare a variable.
and I'm gonna say let just because I don't know if this is supposed to be a let or a const. And
I
like a
think
let
it's a
just gives me a little bit more flexibility, right?
Yeah, but I think this isn't going to change. We're always going to be referring to the same element. So I might argue
Okay.
it's a const. But hey,
Const.
I could be wrong.
And the thing is, it'll give us an error if it strongly
True.
disagrees with us, right? Mehmet,
Totally.
you're such a sweetheart. You were just like, look, Jess, you could just copy this. And I should have done. Thank you. So const calorie
Very
counter is
kind.
equal to, whoop, it's equal to document dot get element by ID. Oh, I don't like ID having a lowercase d. Like,
Oh, been
ugh.
there.
And then that's so I'm gonna put my
So that function is going to take one argument, which is a string with that corresponds to the ID of the element. So that's going to be calorie counter in camel case.
Oh, do you know what? We talked about camel case and snake case and screaming snake case. It was
Mm-hmm.
oh the cal
Consequence.
oh, you told me that and I just woof.
Oh, no, I said camel case. That was wrong.
Oh,
So what did we do here is that the ID is written in snake case in the HTML. This is more accurate, I would say, too. Thank you so much, Mehmet. Yeah. So this is now more in line with our HTML. Perfect. That's a pat, right? Yeah.
mm.
So
We're
now
gonna
we'll do
get
the
our
same.
budget.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
So we're going to do the same thing for our budget. So we're going to have a variable called budget number input. Perfect. And the ID that we're going to match is just budget.
Oh, just budget.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we're gonna do it again.
Then we're going to do it again for the entry dropdown. Now, notice
Okay.
Jess didn't put in a hashtag. This is the difference between get element by ID and query selector. Query selector is more flexible because it lets us work with classes and other stuff. Get element by ID is strictly for ID, so we don't need to put in the hashtag.
Oh, because like an ID is always unique. There's only ever one on a document. So if I say go get me that ID,
Yeah,
it goes and gets me that ID. Like it's not like, oh, which one? It's fine.
exactly.
Entry
And
dropdown.
Mitch said very correctly here, HTML usually uses dashes, whereas JS uses camel case. Exactly.
I actually only recently learned that at work where I was like, oh, which we've got multiple different file naming conventions. They're like, yeah, just because you're doing it wrong. I'm like, we get a little green stripe, pat, and bop on. Do you want to do the
Oh,
spiel?
yeah, I love this so much. It's such a cute animation. So, as always, this bootcamp is free and free code camp is also free, but they depend on donations from folks. So, only if you can, if you want to, you can donate them a couple bucks a month, but know that there's no rush and you can come back and do it later. So,
That's the
for
thing.
example, we are, yeah,
Oh, like I donate, but not on this account, just so it
same.
continues to show up.
So, we'll
But
click on add donated.
that's because I got a job. Um, well, I got a nonprofit job. Like if y'all are working part time or nonprofits, you don't have to donate. It's fine. Nobody has to.
Cool.
Following the
We
same
got,
pattern.
we're going to do 3 more. The first one is called add entry button.
Lovingly, I'm going to skip this. So we've just shown how to use this document get element ID and build this out. This feels like the same thing again. So if everybody's okay with it, I'm going to skip to step 14 just
17.
because yes.
Nope,
Just
that makes a lot
because
of sense.
this part it's not scary. We've just done it. It's going to be you could even copy and paste it like I did, being energy efficient. Now we're going to do stuff that feels a little bit more interactive, a little bit more. I'm going to get rid of this preview if that's okay.
Yeah, totally. Let's scroll up for a bit.
Oh,
So when naming variables, when we have Booleans, when we have variables that involve Booleans, naming, a good rule of thumb to go by is to use it, the naming convention
it
is something, has something. This is helpful. So when I read that variable name, it helps me know, this might be a Boolean because it either is or
is right
isn't. Yeah,
or
or
so
has.
we're talking about human readability again. This is sort of best practice. This is a shared convention. This isn't that we're
Yeah,
going to get an error.
exactly. So here we're going to declare a new variable called isError. We're going to initially set it to, we're going to initialize it to be false. But because we want to be able to come back and change it in case there is an error, we can just use let for that, which is what Jess is doing here.
Okay, so here's a new variable. By calling it is error, I'm letting myself know, my future self or for my coding colleagues, that this is probably a Boolean. But then I've got this false, so I know it's for real a Boolean. Everything's fine. Everything
Amazing.
is
That's about
fine.
that.
Yeah,
Let's
this
keep
can't
going.
hurt us. It's just JavaScript. We have not even gotten to the part that's going to hurt us. And I want to be careful. The part that's going to hurt us is going to hurt me. Start by declaring it. Oh, function clean input. What do these words
String.
mean?
Yeah. So when we want to read in, or when we want to set the value inside an input element, JavaScript is going to receive a string value. So we'll need to write a function that converts the string value to make sure that we have a number. So we're just writing what's called a helper function here.
Okay. And here, I think what we're good, like because of the human readability of this function name, I think this is going to check to see if a string being passed in, because we got the string and the parameters. I think it's going to check to see if the input, the string being passed, has something in it, and maybe
Yeah,
that it
and make
has what
sure.
we expect. I see a
Exactly. We're
really
going
good
to
question from Monica, and we're just gonna save that for the end, my love, if that's all right.
absolutely fine.
Oh,
Ooh.
no. Okay, no, this
Or-
can't hurt us.
No, it won't. So what we're doing here is we're going to use a new method, or sorry, a new function that we can call on a string to split it into an array of letters.
So this split method is just sort of a pre-built function. JavaScript already knows how to do this. I can
Yep.
just say split and it just knows.
Yeah. So in
Okay.
this example here, we have a string called hello world, which we've assigned to a variable
Wait,
called str.
wait. I got it. So
You got it?
no, I got this. I got this. Sorry. Just for
You're good.
context, I don't work with JavaScript day in, day out, y'all. So whenever I'm like, I've got this, it's great. I'm genuinely excited. I'm not playing it up. So here we've got a const string hello world, like you said. And
Yeah.
then we're creating a new variable that's set to that string, hello world, split into, and then an empty array, then an empty string for it to go into. No?
Yeah. No, it splits
No.
it and gives us an array. So when we oh,
What's
I'm so
that?
sorry. I forgot the argument. Tell you what, let's do some
Let's
console logging fun. Yeah. How about we go under the function? Yeah. And let's console log. Now, as the argument, put in please the string hello, comma world. Now let's
ah,
take a look at that. Why is it not showing up in the console? Oh, you know what? We forgot our semicolon.
oh, hmm.
No, it's not showing up. That's
It
odd.
might just be a little tiny baby bug. Okay.
That's totally fine. What that lets us do, this parameter, is say, hey, when you encounter the string in this argument in the string, ah, Jess,
Yeah.
let me get us Python tutor and I'll play around and I'll show
Oh,
y'all.
yeah. You go and get. So I'm going to type this out while you get that up, and I'm just going to continue to be mad. So hang on. Just what it's asking for here is it wants
Oh,
me
sorry. Let me.
to split the string passed into the clean input string function. Okay. Into an array of individual characters and then assign it into a variable named string array. Okay.
Exactly.
And we're kind of working backwards here because I'm going to say there's a variable called string
Yep.
array. So sort of
You need
building this
to
backwards.
you need to
And
declare it
that's
if
going to,
it's
oh,
sorry.
and I'm going to make that a let because like it's going to change, right?
I think it's a const, but I could be
It's a
wrong.
const.
Hmm.
And the nice thing about these is you can just guess, and as long as you're working with somebody like us, well, not with somebody like Ramon, they'll just magically tell you. They
No.
steer you softly. So const string array is going to be set
Mhm.
to the value of um
str.
str dot split,
Mhm.
and then I've got these smooth braces, and then I put an empty string in there.
Yep.
Okay, that seems wild.
Let's check our code.
Console
Oh
log.
yeah.
Um, okay, so console log still isn't being
We need to
super
return
help.
str array
Oh,
if you want to do that. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
it's not
think
responding.
yeah,
Yeah. Tell you
that's all
what, let
right.
me let me take over
Yeah.
on Python tutor for a second because I want to show
Go,
you all
go,
how.
go, go.
So, console log hello world dot split, and we'll split it along this empty string here. So if I start up that execution, we're gonna see. Okay. Oh, I'm using. Hold on, everybody. Hold on a sec. JavaScript, not Python. I'm not writing Python. There we go. Yeah. Cool. So there we go. That's an array of letters, of characters, I should say.
So cesium is saying the empty string is telling my split what like where to cut it. So if I used if
Comma.
I a comma, I would
Check it out.
Okay. Okay. So what's going on with split is it's splitting it based on what you pass in as the argument. So if you said L, would it split it at the L's?
You bet.
Shush up.
So there's he, then nothing,
Because
because
that's where the
there's two L's, and then O were, then there's another L, and there's the D.
all right, JavaScript is like super, super cursed, but in really interesting ways.
I'll hand the screen back to you, Jess.
Okay, we
Oh,
got the
it
little
passed.
green stripe. We got a pat pat. We're gonna bop on.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. The big thing is if you've got the cash and you want to donate, there's no obligation to. But the thing because sometimes we hear from lawyers like, oh, you know what? I'm having a really hard time paying my bills. Don't you dare spend money you don't have. As much as I'm like, I can't tell you what to do, I can definitely tell you what to do about not spending money you don't have. Ask me later, just so we get to see that bear. So I'm going to declare a clean string array variable and assign it to an empty array. Okay. And we're
Mhm.
doing this. So I feel confident about that. So,
Cool.
and this is going to be set to an empty array. And that's just that. That's just an empty box to put stuff in. Ooh, Mr. Grubber, that's a good question. Oh, and I'm seeing a bunch of good questions. Haha. I'm going to save Monica. You've got a good one. I'll just save it for later. Cool. Just an empty. Boom. And we're going a
Cool.
little bit fast. Okay. We will slow down for this. For loops were hard. So remember, a for loop is going to say for as many times as this condition is true, keep going. Okay.
So we'll need the keyword for.
Yep.
Now we have 3 statements we need to put in there. I don't know why I did 3. So the first one is the initialization. We want to let those are curly braces, not yeah.
I know things. So the initialization sounds really fancy, but that's where we start. That's our starting
The
point on
starting.
this loop journey.
And remember from yesterday, we usually use I for this. So we're going to declare a mutable variable. So let I equals 0.
Oh. Okay, so we're starting at nothing.
Semicolon. Now we need our semicolon. Yeah. Now we need our ending condition. I needs to be less
than the length of the string in the string array. Oh wait,
correct.
less than the number of items in the string array. I think
Correct.
it's going to be because we can just automatically check its length.
We still need the comparison though.
Oh yeah.
But this is super perfect. We still need the I.
Oh.
So I has to be smaller than string array dot length. Perfect.
I got very, very pleased with myself. You need to be like,
As you
come
well
back.
should be.
And
And then
then
we have a
you know what we're
semicolon,
gonna
not
do?
a comma, not a comma.
Yeah. What we're gonna do is every time we go through the loop, we're gonna continue to increment. We're gonna keep counting through this loop. So we'll start at 0. And then if there's more than 0 characters in the string array, I'll go through the loop. And as part of going through the loop, I will iterate one more. I'll go one more.
Yeah, I plus plus.
Okay, look, I need to stop being so pleased with myself.
No, this is perfect. And that's it. That's our array. Our loop looks good. Pat, pat.
And I'm like, don't usually talk about fashion on these, but because this is kind of a stressful, like I find this lesson especially stressful so I'm wearing like a giant soft hoodie. I've got like a fancy little soda. Like when you know a topic's gonna be a little bit hard, being like super double soft to yourself is so nice. Okay,
Absolutely.
wait. Okay. I'm going to need to check if the array has the character plus or minus or a blank string.
Oh, we did includes in the homework.
Did we?
So,
Okay, I
yep,
didn't do my homework.
you're fine. So the includes method is, and you're going to see the words method and function used interchangeably. Here, a method is a function that is a property of an object.
Okay.
So
We're
in
not
our
going to
loop,
get too hung up on that because, like, I was like, wait, nope. So we're going to do an if statement inside our loop that says if we see these characters as we're iterating through it.
so
So
how about we take it step by step, Jess?
yeah.
Maybe we write a comment. Well, I would write a comment. If the character that we're currently at is a plus, a minus, or a space, I'm sorry, if it's not one of those.
Oh, if the character at our position,
Yep.
so where we're at right now in the array isn't
Yep. Plus, minus, or space.
Plus or minus or a space. Okay.
And let's just stay there for now. So first of all, let's get a variable that holds that character. So
Okay.
above that, let's just let's hit enter here and declare a new const. Let's call it const character. And let's set its value to be a string array at index I. So str array, sorry.
So you're definitely going to have to talk about this at index I.
Yeah, with the bracket notation, we've done this, and
we've done this. Okay, as long as we've done this. You look at me living a goldfish life where I was like, we've never seen this before, and be like, Jess, we did it 5 minutes ago. It's nice to be a goldfish.
Let's declare another variable for the plus, minus, or space. This is going to be an array that holds those 3 strings.
So const.
Let's call it
band
operators. Oh yeah.
Oh,
cool.
I was like band characters. I'm just going to say chars, and that's going to be equal to
an array,
and that's an array as well. And the array here is going to say, and we can put these in any order.
We need them to be strings.
Oh yeah, heck, we do. Plus or minus. And we don't have the or in here yet. This is just an array.
So there we go. That's our 3 characters. And now we can write our if statement. So let's do an if.
So if
then we need the smooth brackets. Hold on, we need the smooth brackets.
I got very excited.
So band chars. Dot includes.
Dot includes. So if this value includes
this array includes, and then we pass to that as a argument. We need some smooth brackets again after includes, and here we'll put in character. So this will give us true if the array of plus, minus, or space includes the character we're currently looking at. However, there's one more part that we forgot. It's the isn't. So just before band chars, so like at the we'll put a not.
Not. That's a not.
That's not.
That's not. Wait, no, we're about to do the who's on third thing. This is okay.
This looks good to me.
Okay, look.
But there's one more part we need to do. Can you give me an opening curly brace at the end of this line?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We've got to.
And now we have one too many, I think. We need. Oh, no, everything's
No,
fine.
no, we're good. This is where it starts and ends. That's, yeah. And that's like,
That's the
wait,
for loop. We do have an. No, you're fine. You're fine.
I got you.
Scar's asking, you can pass an array to includes, but character is not an array, Scar. Character is a single character.
Okay. Oh, wait. I think I know what's going on. So the for loop is gonna take us through and have us continue to go through this loop every single time for as long as we still have letters in our string array. So as long as the string array length, as long as we've still got length, we can keep going.
Yep.
And then in there, like in here, we say, cool, we need these two variables in order to kind of keep track of it. One of
You're
them
good.
is going to be character. And what character is just the string array value we're looking at now. So that's that I. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And then I'm going to say if the band character includes character, and then we're going to go ahead and perform the action here.
Yes, and the action we want to do is push that character to the clean string array.
Okay. So if it's not one of our band characters, that's what this exclamation point is. If it's a cool character, if it's a character we're cool with, we're going to push it in the clean string array and then probably do stuff with it. So push. Oh,
Hold
no,
on.
clean.
Yeah.
String str.
Yep.
Dot push.
I'm seeing a lot of folks saying that this is very confusing and that this is taking them a long time to grok. I just want to assure y'all, like as Jess and I are doing this here, this takes time. It's not all going to click at once. And unfortunately, it's just the way it is. But if you keep practicing, and I would really encourage y'all to make heavy use of Python Tutor. I'm going to drop y'all a link again.
Oh, yeah. You think they should use Python Tutor all the time, but you've known me years, decades, eons, and like the whole time you're like, oh yeah, Jess, that sounds hard. I mean, good luck troubleshooting. But these folks, you've known them like a couple of weeks. And you're like, oh yeah, use this tool.
Why do we check our code?
Well,
Oh, sorry. You need to push the
the
character.
that's gonna be character.
Yeah. Semicolon at the end.
Oh.
Now let's see what FreeCodeCamp says. Let's remove our comment first.
Okay. So I think it wants so I don't think it's just that.
Okay.
My for loop should. Oh, okay. So this is just this is using just a little tiny different format, and we just didn't check it out. So this is saying we should use this syntax. So if it's not,
so the syntax is actually the same. What
Is it?
FreeCodeCamp is unhappy about is that we've made a variable. So instead of having line 15, it wants us to inline that array into line 16. So replace band chars with just that array.
Okay. So this, and we're gonna get rid of band. It's band cares in my head because I'm silly.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So don't worry. You have an extra pair of smooth brackets there.
Oh, I bet I do. I bet.
In line 15, just after includes.
Do I know. I think. Oh yes.
Check our code again.
So, oh, Monica makes a really good point. So, my for loop should use. So, if.
Do me one more favor, Jess.
Yeah.
Replace our variable character with just str array.
Yeah.
So some folks are saying, hey, like our answer should totally work. But I think it's because of the way the course is formatted that it expects us not to use too many variables.
Okay.
So in line 15, Jess, exactly.
So just get rid of 14.
Yep.
Oh.
Mhm. And then in line 15, replace character with str array I.
Okay. And this is really, really nice because this is the kind of troubleshooting that I would usually go ahead and deal with in a very professional way, which is sit down and cry. Um, okay. My for loop should
Oh,
push.
we still have the character
Oh,
variable in line 15. So, see, this is why I prefer to use a variable.
so my for loop should push clean. Okay, should push string array. Yeah,
With the I, perfect.
up with the I, with the I.
Oh, it's not clean str, it's clean str array in line 15.
Okay. Did you just see that I Oh, we're gonna get, like, some kind of pat, like, everybody who sees who has to do this has definitely deserves a massage.
There we go. Pat pat. Hey,
Pat,
how about
pat.
a little reward task?
Yeah, go, go, go.
How about we hop on Python Tutor for a bit? Because I've copied over that function. We're going to call it with clean input string and with hello and plus. Let's take a look, just a brief look at how that looks. So we're calling clean input string. There's our string. Now we have split that into individual characters. Hello space plus. We've got an empty array called clean str array. Philip's saying, can you explain how that code works, please? Hey, what are we doing? That's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to loop through I starts at 0. It's less than string array.length, and I goes plus plus. So we start at 0. We're going to check, hey, does this array include whatever's at str array I? Now this is why I prefer to have variables, but okay. Let's stay for a second. Str I is 0. So string array I is H. Now, does this array of plus, minus, and space include H? No, it doesn't. There's our bang. So this condition passes. So we push that H onto clean string array. Cool. Next step. Now I is 1. The string array at I1 is E. So does plus, minus, and space include E? No. So we push that E in there. Just going to keep going for the next couple characters. Let's make some more space here. Cool. Hello. Now, I is 5 now. We're at this step. I is 5 now. The character at 5 is a space. So does plus, minus, and space include space? Yes. So because this condition does not pass, we do not add it to our clean string array. See? One more step. I is 6. Remember, at 6, our character is plus. So it does include plus. So we do not push it. I is now 7. Hold on a second. I is 7, but the length of string array is 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I is no longer smaller than string array.length. So guess what, friends? We're done with this loop.
Okay. 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 Okay.
We're not going to be
But
doing too much of this. Yes,
if it's not okay, also okay.
totally fine.
Like, if you've done this and so doing this on your own is a really good way to do
Yeah.
this.
We're not
Doing
going to
this
be
with
doing too much of that because, oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, like, doing this on your super, super good for you. How about do you wanna type for a minute? Because like, we're on step we're
What are we
on
on?
step 23. Oh, yeah, no, 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 I'm done. See, I was trying to bail out just in time. So, the big thing while you're doing this, and I'm thinking about my life and my choices, is different things are hard for different people. I really wanna stress this. A lot of times you get teachers who are like, "This part's hard," and it makes it hard for all the learners, 'cause you expect it to be hard. I have a really, really challenging time with regex, but other people have been saying, "Oh, the exclamation point operator for negative?" And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's really" for me, I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, no, cool, that tracks." So,
Yep.
different people learn things differently. Different people, grok is sometimes a term you'll hear in tech, and that means, like, to have it click, to understand. People, like, grok things at a different speed. Some stuff just never sticks maybe, and that's often not gonna hurt you. Regular expressions just never really stuck for me, so I am going to, I'm gonna go be in manager mode.
Very fair. So what we're going to be doing here is actually deleting what this loop we've just done, because this is a very convoluted way of checking that these characters exist in a string, and this concept of regular expressions makes this significantly quicker for us. And regular expressions are objects or tools that let us match patterns in strings in order to be able to recognize them and manipulate strings accordingly. You're going to see how it works. We're going to go step by step. First thing we're going to do here is define a new variable called regex. And regex is a short form of saying regular expression. Regular expression. So you're going to see regex thrown around a lot. And the way we declare it, it's kind of like a string, but instead of quote marks, it uses forward slashes. So we've declared a regex with the value with the pattern hello.
Okay.
Cool. Pat pat.
Pat, pat. So, regex are kind of like a different syntax almost for code, but it's a really specific type of code that only looks for pattern matching.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I love pattern matching. Why am I so scared of regex? L-
It just takes some time to wrap our heads around. It's a new programming concept like loops. And look, we're throwing a lot of stuff at y'all. It just there's a great tool that I'll recommend as well for testing regular expressions. But first, let's define the one that we're going to look. So we're going to instead of looking for the using a regular expression. Let me try that again. Instead of writing a regular expression that matches the pattern hello, we're instead going to do it so it recognizes pluses and whoopsie daisy, pluses and minuses. Yeah. So this regular expression is going to match pluses and minuses. However, in regular expressions, plus has a special meaning. Remember how we couldn't put quote marks inside strings? This is the same for regular expressions unless we want to use this plus in a special way. But if we just want to say, hey, this is a plus, just treat it as a plus, then we will escape it with the backslash. That's not a
Okay.
backslash, that's a backslash.
So, just to follow along, because pluses are used in the syntax of building regular
Oh,
expressions.
hold on. Oh, Jess, you know what? My screen wasn't showing. I'm so sorry,
Oh,
everybody.
cool. I was just like, "Wow, you're walking us through this in great detail first." Uh,
Nope, my bad.
so let's just walk through this. Is it okay to step through this again?
Yeah, totally.
Look, we can pretend it's for the learners, but it's for me. So, things like plus and minus and the slashes are already part of how it's part of the syntax of regular expressions anyway. So this is like if I wanted to use the word let in my JavaScript code, I'd have to like work around that being a word that already exists.
Yeah, but that's only for the plus.
That's only for the plus. Minus is fine. We don't care about minus. Minus, we're just going to treat it as shush up. That's such
This is really good point, Mr. Grubworm. Regex is kind of like using Command F or Control F to search the page. Kinda. Like
That's
you're
such a
nearly
good
there.
way to put this.
So backslash, we don't care what the plus does in regular expressions up until now. We just want to say, hey, just treat it as the character plus. Let's check our
Okay.
code.
So that, okay. Okay.
And Jane's asking, why is there no search for the space? I don't know yet, but I'm sure we'll get. We're not done writing this regular expression, I'm sure.
Y'all are like really, really here. And I'm trying to, because like sometimes when you're too worried about learning something, it can make it a lot harder. So I'm trying to join y'all. I'm trying to like come back to this with fresh eyes. And so far, this is not hurting me. Obviously, JavaScript can't hurt you. Regular expressions can hurt me.
Next, we're going to write the way for matching a space.
Okay.
Backslash S.
Yes.
Now, backslash S here says, hey, this is like this thing you want to match, it's a space. You might be wondering, okay, but why not just put it in a space? Friends, I'm sorry, y'all are going to hate what I'm about to say. There's different kinds of spaces in code. There's also tabs. Like when you press tab on your keyboard, tab is a different space than just a space. So in order to catch all kinds of spaces, backslash S.
Yeah, this is my despair hoodie and okay, cool. So spaces can do a lot of different things. We're not going to think about them yet, but if we're talking about
Whoops.
space as a character, it's /s.
Backslash S.
Like Learner is saying this /s matches spaces, tabs, and other space-like characters. Okay, so this /s gives me all of the possible like
Space.
like yeah, stuff that has a space vibe. Okay,
Looks good.
I'm still coming with you. Okay, yeah, let's use this little bear moment to stall off despair. So far, I'm a little suspicious of like, oh yeah, so the slash to escape characters, the slash for like, hey, I'm using a character that would usually be meaningful in this code. Okay, cool. So far, this has not caused me any actual like psychic damage. Like this, I'm suspicious. We've got somebody saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Hey, so like weirdly free of psychic damage at the moment. So that's how I'm doing. I'm going to continue to come on this, Jeff. Turn your into a character. What?
So, as it stands, this regular expression will match a string that has a plus followed by a minus followed by a space.
Okay.
So if this pattern will match if we have a plus followed by a minus followed by a space. And that's not what we want. What we want is to match
any of them.
Any of them.
Oh, okay. Look, I was hiding for winter again. And okay. Yeah. So,
with the square brackets, we're telling the regular expression, hey, if the string matches one of these characters.
Okay. And because it's in the square bracket, we don't have to use the slash in front of the plus, but we do probably need to leave it for the S just because a space is weird.
We need this one here.
Oh, it says, no, you no longer need to explain.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I don't read.
Yeah. Who's the
Thank you.
I'm not the Regex. Also, if any of you are like me, where you're like, oh, Regexes, just go ahead and get on a team with somebody who loves them. There's always somebody who's super into it.
I still love them.
I'm getting there. Like this is hurting me less and less, and me getting to go like, I'm.
Looks good. That's a
big pat pats. Big pat pats for Regex. So.
The other kind of thing we can tell a regular expression is how many times to match a string. For example, Grubworm, I'm going to leave your question for afterwards. It is a good question. We're coming to the end. I just want to cover a couple more of these. So, Mr. Grubworm, I apologize.
Please, Mr. Grubworm is my father.
Monica, same question for you. Same thing for you. I'm going to save that for the end.
We'll
So
get there, I promise.
this is going to match if there is a single plus, minus, or space. What if we wanted to match every single plus, minus, and slash or space in our string?
So the
Then we
G
would.
on the end of this just
So this is a
means
flag.
a
Yeah.
flag. Okay, this G
Stands for
flag,
global.
global. And this is like a global variable, right? Like, hey, anytime you find this, what like
Yeah.
scope. Like
Oh, the scope of the string. Yes.
yeah. So global means like, hey, anytime you see this in the scope I'm able to access, the thing I'm looking at, go ahead and get all of them. Go ahead and match all of them.
Exactly. So we're going to match all of the plus, minuses, or strings that we find in ours. Try that again. We're going to match every plus, minus, or space that shows up in our string. Cool. Now we're going to do the magic part. We can use replace as a function on a string that takes two arguments. One is a
Regular
matching
expression.
pattern.
Okay.
And the second argument is a string, which is the string that replaces that matched pattern.
Okay. So wait. No.
I'm going to mess around with it. Oh, sorry.
Wait, no. Let me hang on. Not too fast. You mess around with it. So here, hello.replace says, hey, I'm looking at the string hello.
Yep.
This dot replace is the function saying, I'm going to be replacing this.
Yep.
Within the parentheses, the thing with the slash is my that's just a regex. That's a real simple regex that says,
yep.
Here's a slash. I'm starting a regex. L slash and that global flag, every single L.
Yes.
And then the next value we pass in that one is like, hey, this regular expression says match every single L you see. And the second value we pass it says, when you match them, replace them with a 1.
Correct. Tell you what, Jess, let's try it out. I hope the console is working again.
Oh.
Come on, console, where are you at? Well, that's fine. So we're saying, hey, take every L. Actually, I'll just write the result here in a comment. This will give us.
Okay.
It says, hey, look at this one. Ah, cool. Replace it with a 1. Does it match again? Yes, it does. There's a second L. We'll replace it with another 1.
Okay.
Now, if it's not global, it's only going to match the first L. Does that sound good?
To me?
Yep. Does that make sense?
Yes, because it's not global. It just says, look, if you see an L, match it. And it just does it that one time. So not okay. And I think eventually if we kept doing regex, that it would give us ways to do like a couple counts or like be more specific than one or all.
Totally. So let's return. And now we're going to replace on our string.
So return this string where we've run the replace method function method. We don't care. We don't care. Where we've run the replace action. That and now the two things we're to pass in, we're going to pass in the regular expression, and we're not even going to do it again. Oh, we can refer to that regular expression. We can run that regular expression just using the variable.
Yep.
Okay.
And we want to replace each match of, remember, plus, minus, or space.
And we'll talk about why that space looks like that in a whole second with nothing. So we're just going to, so this is effectively like take this out and put it in the bin.
Exactly. We're going to replace it with nothing. So it just effectively removes it from the string.
Like,
so
I have an aesthetic processing issue with please remove all the spaces and replace them with nothing. But an empty string, the absence of a character is not the same as a space. A space is a character. An empty string
Yep.
is nothing.
Exactly. So if I do it with hello world and friends dot replace, every instance of a plus, minus, or space with an empty string, it will return this. Hello world and friends.
Okay. Okay.
If it's not global, then it gives us hello world and friends. Because it's
I'm
just matching
even
the
more
first.
suspicious now because, like, I kind of get this, and I'm not freaked out, and I'm not hiding in my hoodie.
So
Okay. So replace string return. So when I run this function, return string dot replace with regex and an empty string. I think this is like I think that'll just work.
indeed it will.
Shut up. Okay. Really, we're doing this whole boot camp, or like me, I'm doing this whole boot camp just so I can be less afraid of regular expressions. Anthony, I'll save that. That's a good question. Okay. In HTML, number inputs allow for exponential notation. We need to filter those out. So exponential notation is like 1 to the 5th power or like 7 squared or something.
Yeah, I think the E here stands for times 10 to the power of this.
So wait, but for somebody who's got the fear about math, that's going to be regular number 1, little tiny 10 up in the corner.
Regular number 1 multiplied by 10 to the power of, and then the 10 in a tiny number.
Yeah, wait. You got to be like 1, little 10.
1 times 10 and then little 10. I'm sorry, Jess. I know this isn't very helpful here. Let me write down an example. I wonder if y'all can see my handwriting. E10 is the same as 1 times 10 to the power of 10.
You better have a Sharpie because I just tried to do. Okay, so wait. Kristen got it. Wait.
Yep, exactly. Can I do
All
this?
right, look, I'm gonna emotionally reject this. Okay, 1 time. Okay.
So it looks like that.
I don't love it, but okay.
I think it's a bad example because of 10. So if it were IE5, it would be 1 times 10 to the power of 5.
Okay, that hurts me less. Oh, sorry, a Sharpie's like a big chubby marker. It
This
is
is a Sharpie.
a shush. You don't have a lavender Sharpie.
Of course, I have a lavender Sharpie.
I'm gonna come to your house and steal it. Wait, hang on. We're not talking about theft. So
Nope.
what we're doing is we're filtering out. Oh, so is invalid input. Okay, so just an empty function. Yeah, go.
We are coming up to the top of the hour, Jess. Do we want to
Okay.
keep going just a tiny bit?
So can we not? Oh wait, how hard is this regex? No. Stop. Go back.
Ah!
Delete it. Can we let
It's gonna be
folks? It's a little hard.
it's a little hard. We're gonna have to
Let's do it
like
together. Yeah.
we're gonna have to do digit matching.
Oh yeah, nah. Let's do it together. I was gonna be
So
like, oh, if it's gonna be another like safe and friendly regex, let's let the learners do it. And you're like, no, we like them.
so
Okay.
right now this regex just matches a letter E.
And
That's
it's
good.
only
Yeah,
gonna find that first E
correct.
because it doesn't
Yes,
have the global flag. Oh, we
we
could
got a new
pat.
flag.
Yeah. Okay.
This new flag is called I, and it stands for case insensitive.
Okay.
So this regex will now match either capital E or lowercase e. Otherwise, it'll just match lowercase e. So with the
Ooh.
I, it's case insensitive. So this one, for example, would match hello, 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 and even hello. These all work. And in case you're
Is it
wondering,
okay
you
if I?
can't.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Can I ask a really cursed question that we might not know? I'll just put it in the chat and we'll look at it if we have time.
Yep,
It's super cursed. I'm really excited.
go for it. In case you're wondering, folks, by the way, and Checkham already did put that in there, you can combine these flags. So you can have it be both global and case insensitive. The order does not matter. It can be GI, it can be IG. Are there other flags? Maybe. I don't remember.
If there are, they can't hurt us.
There we go. Pat, pat. Let's complete this regex, I would say. So number inputs only allow E to occur between 2 digits. To match any number, see, this is why I wanted to keep going. We want to match the numbers, the characters between 0 and 9. So we're going to match using this square bracket. Hold on. So right now, this regex will match any digit, any single digit between 0 and 9, followed by an E, followed by any single digit between 0 and 9. So this will match one, for example, 1E1, 1E2, 1E3, 9E4, 9E1, 9E5, 6, 6E7. This will match any of these. So using the square brackets, we can match any character between 0 and 9. The dash here represents a range. Any character
Okay.
between 0 and 9.
This regex doesn't hurt.
No, it's
So
fine.
this where you've got the I don't like the braces, but this is us sort of saying, hey, within the regular expression, we're
Yeah.
setting these sets of rules within the braces.
And guess what? Now the plus is back. And now it's going to show us why we have it. See, now we're saying, hey, match one or more digits. Let's give it an example of what would work here. 11E9 would now work, would now match. 111E1 would match.
Oh no,
One, two,
wait.
three,
Okay. Yeah. No, this, yeah. Yeah,
right?
okay.
So this
So
is going to match one or more digits.
so here I'm saying I'm starting a regex. I've got the slash.
Yeah.
Within these square braces, I'm saying, look, I'm gonna set a range of conditions here. If you've got 0 to 9, well, like one or more digits, 0 to 9, cool.
Yeah.
And also, so it's got to be one or more digits, but also the next character has to be E.
It
Would
has
we
to be
put another
E.
plus after that? Because also,
No.
no.
No, but there's only ever going to be one E.
But oh,
There's only ever going to be one letter E.
okay.
If we put a
Cool.
plus
The
here,
plus isn't like it is in concatenation in JavaScript. The plus is saying, hey, cool, if it's one or more. So the pluses, so what we've written here would say,
oh,
give me one or more. If you've got one or more numbers and you've got one or more E's
like
and you've
letter
got
E's.
letter E's and you've got one or more numbers again, that would technically work to filter this
Yeah.
out, but we don't need it because there's only ever one E in this notation.
Yeah. So the plus here does not mean addition or concatenation. It means, hey, is there one or more?
I think it's
Cool.
very cute and friendly that this goes inside of JavaScript where the plus means concatenation. I think that's great and very relaxing and not bad or terrible at all. I don't even think it's confusing.
Let's pat and keep going.
Mm-mm.
So good number. Good number. Good news. We don't have to do this range. We actually have a shorthand, \D. So just like \s matches a space, \d matches a digit. So this says, hey, is there a digit? Cool. Is there more than one digit? Sorry, one or more digits? Cool. Is that one or more digits followed by an E? Cool. Is that E followed by a digit? Cool. Is that digit one or more digits? Cool. That's a match. By the
Okay,
way,
none
it's
of this is cool, but this does make more sense than it usually does. I do appreciate that they first let you do the range and then they introduce this digit thing. Because if you just showed me this, I'd be like, no, 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 that's a regular expression, and I respectfully decline. Um, but
but
this
hey,
is a credit to your teaching, like me not sobbing. Um, I hate to
you're too
admit
patient.
it, but I don't this is not as bad as it could be. And non-sarcastically. Earlier when I was like, "Ah,
Normally,
that was very sarcastic." So, yeah, we're just why do we need the plus? Doesn't this yeah, so the form we're filtering out, the mathematical notation we're filtering out will only ever have so it'll have some numbers, 1 or more, and then it'll only have the 1 E in the middle, so we don't have to put a plus after the E. We could put a plus after the E.
we don't want to
We
because the
don't want
form only allows one E.
Oh, it does. Oh, you the formula
Yeah,
Okay,
there's no plus following the E.
yep, you're right. Um, we don't have a plus after the E. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, y'all are on a little bit of a delay. I was like, "No, we fixed that. Chill, everything's chill." I just forgot that, like, communication technology is a thing. Y'all are all perfect and shining.
Do we want to do matches or do we want to stop here? Because we are 7 minutes
Ah,
past the end, and I want to make sure people don't
let's
have to be
let's
watching us all the time.
yeah, like, an hour's a lot. So, folks, go ahead and hit us with some questions. We've got some already. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? Can we just talk about this? Can we just look at it for a hot second?
Yeah,
Because we've got a bit to go, and if we just talk about this match thing, we can let people do some homework that probably won't hurt them too bad.
cool.
Yeah,
We can do the match.
because like here, match, we're not writing a new regular expression. We're using the match method and passing in this regular expression.
Correct. So
They can
what
do this.
match
That's fine.
does? So what match does is it's a function that we call on a string called match, which takes one argument, which is a regex. What it returns is an array of all of the matches of that string, of that regex, sorry. Let's I hope the console starts working again. Let's have a look. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, E. Oh, wait. No, let me try something else. Sorry. 1E10, 1E12, for example. Dot match regex. Now, let's take a look at our console. Still doesn't work. So y'all are going to have to trust me here. This returns an array with one string in it, 1E10, because it showed us the match of this regex. Yeah? It matched 1E10. It's like, cool, done. You might be wondering, hold on, what about this one? Well,
But that
remember,
I,
no, the I is fine.
yeah, it's
It's
fine.
the
The
G that's
G that
missing.
would give you both. You could stack the I and the G right next to each other. So the I is just saying so the I is saying even if one of those E's were capital,
Yep. Let's
it would still
do
catch
this.
it.
So now match gives us an array of all of the matches of that regex. And that's where we stop for today.
Cool. I mean, cool. Okay,
This
like I never so I've got a policy of never asking learners, "Did you understand that?" Because that's just to go ahead and bolster my own my own folks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are y'all, like, really, really pumped and understand no, not even understand on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, more regex?"
Oh my goodness, is it actually working? Hold on. No, it's still not console logging.
So, do you know what? We might go ahead and raise a little issue as well.
Tell you what, Python tutor.
Which apparently is one of the best tools for walking through your code and understanding stuff.
Hold on, I'm missing my regex. Give me
It,
one
it
sec.
doesn't know about it.
Let's do a quick Python tutor and then we'll step through this. So, check it out.
Okay.
This gave us one E10 and one E12. Because this is a global regex, it matched both one E10 and one E12. If I remove the global flag, it's only going to match the first, only going to give us the first match. See?
Okay.
And some other gibberish that we can ignore. Trust me, you can ignore it when it's not global. Trust me on this. You just want that first match.
Okay.
And Checkum is spoiling for me a tool that I wanted to show y'all. Thank you so much. Regex 101. Let's try it out.
And while you're grabbing this, I'm seeing a ton of stuff in the chat, which is not actually contradictory. We're seeing people say, Chris is saying Regex is the best. We should use it more in everyday life. When you say
No, you're good.
We doesn't
Sorry.
mean me. Phillips is saying Regex is quite difficult. I think it is. Like, some people get used to it. And then Waka's saying, like, hey, it seems useful, especially for form validation. So we're going to
Totally.
a whole bunch of different things to say, hey, you know what? Seems cool, seems useful, seems difficult. And like, I don't think any of these are contradicting.
I just wanted to say, Checkum, you did not spoil it. I was just being silly. I'm very thankful for you bringing it up. Before we start going into questions, Jess, do we want to assign some homework?
Let's assign some homework. So, do you know what? You can assign the lesson homework. I will assign the spiritual enlightenment homework.
I'm going to be honest. I wanted to start tomorrow at step 50.
Okay.
That's a lot of homework.
Yeah.
What are we feeling? Do we
Oh,
want
wait,
to
no, that's going to match really well with the homework I'm going to give. So go on then. No, if you want to be mean, you be mean.
So my objective for today was to start at this. But do you know what, friends? I just realized we didn't get to the part where we were writing HTML into there. So I'm actually going to just take a few steps back, if that's okay with everybody. I would actually like to start here at step 45 tomorrow.
Okay, so your homework is to, and this works really well because my homework for y'all is to cut yourselves a huge amount of break. So me personally, I'm going to lay down on the floor and cover myself in cats. Very normal, very, very chill and normal response to having to look at regular expressions if you're freaked out by them. If you're not freaked out by them, you could just like zip through this, have a good day, maybe like go and do some more for funsies. Maybe come back and teach me how to do them again. But no, your homework from me, your nicer teacher who didn't make you do regular expressions, is going to be to please be as gentle to yourselves as possible. Like, we've got a bunch of people saying, "Oh, this was hard for me," or "That was hard for me." A bunch of different things are difficult for different people, but all together, you're gonna get a ton of new concepts, a ton of information, and if all of this doesn't stick day to day, that is super normal.
Hold on a
If
sec.
none of this sticks on some days, that happens.
Friends, I'm sorry. I need to step just a few steps back. I think we're losing some homework because I actually want to do template literals. Hold on a sec. Yep, good news. We're starting at 39 tomorrow. So your homework just got significantly reduced. So please do steps 35 to 38. And tomorrow we'll start at step 39. Okay?
Do you know what? I might join you like a minute late just so you can go ba 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 a little faster without me being like crying and rending my hair.
No, you're fine.
You'd be like, "No, we love the crying."
No, never. Like, Jess, I never want to put you in the spot. Let's look at Regex 101 real quick. I do want to be conscious of everyone's time. This is a tool that lets you test regular expressions and it's super helpful. For example, Let's put in that one we just had, \d plus
A number, a digit.
e
Is there more than one?
\d.
Hush! It does not.
And look.
Have you known about this tool this whole time?
I have, I'm sorry.
Mm.
And we can put in test strings to see which ones pass. So for example, let's put in 1E5. This one matches. We can use enter and put in another string that might or may not match. Like the number 103 does not match. But what about 10E55? That one matches. So we can put in test strings and play around with their regular expressions. We can also set our options. Oh, well, there's our other
You can
flag.
select your. Okay, maybe I hated regular expressions because I did not take the time to get weird and play with them and drive the fear from my heart with supportive tooling.
So remove the global.
Oh, I've got the
Just
most
that one.
me question possible.
Oh, it
Did
is one
can
string at a time. Sorry. Carry on.
No. Can we change the language? Because these explainers are really, really useful, but, like, only if you speak English, huh?
Where's the language?
Is it
Did you
on the
see language
info?
now?
Is it up on the
No. Hold
Ah,
on.
okay.
Aha.
No, I love
Yes.
it. Oh,
Yes. Hold on. Maybe not. Oh no.
okay.
No.
Oh,
Oh, hold on.
some of them.
We got no. This is great. This is
Matches the
it's a little
previous
bit
token
mixed.
between uno and
Uno and ilimitado
ilimitado.
veces, tantas veces como sea posible. So it kind of, oh, you know what? It's doing
Localization's hard.
Spanglish. No, it's
Yeah.
Spanglish. It's great.
Who
Love it.
doesn't love a Spanglish?
I'm
Fabulous.
gonna drop a
Okay.
link for that. Now we do
Yeah.
Q&A.
And let's do the Q&A. So the first one is Monica saying, "Hey, when we use is or has in our variable names, does the tense matter?" And I think I know the answer to this.
Please.
And I think the tense does matter, but only for communicating human readability. So you're not going to get an error. It's not going to be like boop boop. You said is, but you should have said has. But the tense here in choosing a is running has failed is just to communicate to other developers or your future self what this variable's about. Yeah?
Perfect. Yeah,
Who
it just needs to
look,
be human
look so
readable.
I'm trying to get back on my game after the terror. So, where was this? So you could also do this by not assigning a variable and just doing the work without return.
This is when we were doing the when we were making variables and free code camp didn't like it.
And, like, Monica's right because Monica's like, "Hey, we could actually follow the instructions." But, like, did that in, like, a way nicer way than I would have. But say, "Hey, we don't have to do a variable and just do the work." And yes, not only were you right, but you were right, and that's what we should have done.
Um,
I'll let you pick. I'm being
yep.
bossy.
So why did we, I'm going to put in some related questions. Why did we escape the S? Why don't you need the backslash for the S anymore for the plus, but you still need it for the S? Great question. And we'll try it here in Python, Regex 101. So remember this initially came from the problem that we wanted to match the plus, the minus, or the space. Now this, remember, matches the pattern hello plus, where's my plus? My friends. Notice, oh, hold on just a minute. Let's put this back in English. This regular expression does not match because, of course, we are matching a plus followed by by a minus followed by an S. But we want to match either a plus, a minus, or an S. Is that right? Hold on.
No, do you need the slash on the end?
No, I don't think
No?
so. Was that normal brackets? One thing at a time, one step at a
So
time.
all the
So
see, you cannot create a range with shorthand escape sequences.
maybe we need it here. Cool. So hear me out. In a regex, the plus is reserved for one or more. But because we're doing the square brackets, we can't do one or more in the square brackets. So the regex is not going to get angry if we put in a plus there because it knows, well, we're in square brackets. I don't need to worry about it being a bracket or a escaped. However, you might have seen that error with the minus. Remember, the minus is for a range. So
Oh,
I need to escape it to say like, no, 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 it's just a minus. Trust me.
so you need to escape a character in a regular expression if that character can be used to mean something or do something as part of the regular expression syntax.
Correct.
No, I'm just going to say what I'm thinking in my heart. I'm not going to bias the students against regular expressions. I think that's a very interesting design choice for regular expressions to have taken. But
It's
it
a
kinda
choice.
makes sense. So, if I'm using a character that's part of that can be part of a regular expression syntax in a given place, I've got to escape it to be like, "No, no, no. I didn't mean between X and space. I mean X or the character minus."
Yeah. So a couple more questions, then let y'all go because we've been at this for ages and I
Alright.
want to stop frying y'all's brains.
Oh,
So
we should
Anthony's
leave off
asking
my
what?
cursed question. We could do it in the Discord. It's, like, super cursed.
So you're asking, what about trim? Well, let's use trim. So we can say, hello world dot, what about it? So let's use it. Trim is a function that we can use on strings to remove all, oh, hold on. I need to console log. To remove all preceding and what's the opposite of preceding?
Post-seating. That's
Post.
not a real word. I just sounded really
That's like
trailing.
trailing. Thank you. So all of the spaces from the beginning of a string and from the end of a string. But notice the space in the middle is still intact. So remember, remove them from the beginning and from the end.
Oh, that's really useful. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you very much. Folks, uh,
Oh, wait.
let's stop
Steven
here.
said this in a really good way, real fast. So
Oh, yeah.
you only need to escape a character in regex if that character has another meaning in the context or part of the regex. This is what I was trying to say, and this is so much smoother. So this
Yeah,
is going back to the like y slash minus sometimes.
totally.
So
Folks, I want to flag one thing real quick. We've learned a bunch of new stuff today, and we've learned it real fast, and this is an hour. Let me make a recommendation to those of you who are developing headaches, who are frustrated by the speed, who are frustrated that it's not immediately clicking, or just being like, this makes no sense, or I'm lost. This is a very, very common thing to happen when you're learning this much at this speed. Two things I recommend. First, go back and watch this video again after having done the exercises and try to develop an understanding of what we're doing. Yeah? Scar's saying it very well. We are learning regex and JavaScript at the same time. These frustrations are going to happen. Not knowing is a part of learning. You're not going to know regular expressions right off the bat.
I'd also add take breaks. If it's not
Yeah.
clicking and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing, it is a lovely chance, depending on what time it is where you are. It is, I know it's February a lot. What it's February everywhere. I know February's cold a lot of places,
Yeah.
but the ability to let something simmer. So it's like, cool, I've been at this for an hour. I'm going to get up and walk around a little bit. I'm going to go watch a cartoon. I'm going to go cover myself in cats and cry. You don't have to cry. But like, hey, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. And then I'm either going to look at it again or I'm going to come and look at it tomorrow. Like letting stuff settle is
Yeah.
not just good for learning, it's really good for developing. Like sometimes when you've been trying and trying and trying to fix a bug, trying to do Like, you'll just go and, like, go swimming or go cook something, and then it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got a
Shall we
couple
let
more
every
questions. Oh, no, we
No, I think
don't.
we are done with questions.
Let's go. Okay. Please go and have oh, just real fast. Can we talk about the Pomodoro technique just super, super fast, and then we'll go?
Please.
Pomodoro technique. Go, go, go. Pomodoro technique is a focus. Where's my square? Pomodoro technique is an approach to focusing on a problem where you have a timer and you set it for 20 or 25 minutes and you try the thing for 25 minutes. And then the timer goes off. You get up and you take a break for 5 or 10 minutes. So I love this for like focus, 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 break. So good for you.
Yeah.
Now we're actually going.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, loves.